This time, I'm going to surprise ChatGPT. It's here on my phone. I'm going to turn it on and see how it responds to this impromptu walk and talk. So here we go. I'm going to hit the button. Hey, ChatGPT, how you doing today?
Doing well. Delighted to be here with you. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm on a walk and talk, and you're talking to the podcast.
Got it. I'm ready. I'll keep it tight and on cue. What's the setup?
The setup is we are live, and you're on the air.
Got it. Then, let's keep rolling. What's the thread today?
Okay, I want you to entertain me on this walk.
All right. Picture this. You're walking through Vilnius. The city's bold stones are under your feet. Golden sunlight bouncing off the facades. A little breeze teasing at your collar. And you run into a Nobel laureate, fresh from a ceremony. They ask you, what's the one problem AI should solve first? What's your answer?
Oh my God. What is the Nobel laureate? What is their specialty in?
Economics. Big picture thinker. Wonky but warm.
And so I get to ask this Nobel laureate a question about AI and what's the big problem?
Exactly that, and they ask you first. Friendly, curious. Like, hey, what's your one-sentence priority?
By the way, we've had flooding here. Okay, not to distract you, but we had a huge storm here, and I just had to walk in a flooded area, walking around trees. Okay, all right. I'm going to ask the Nobel laureate a question, and the answer is going to be, what is the one thing we need to do to save us from AI, or to use it the best way possible? How do we frame this question again?
Try this. If you could steer AI toward just one outcome in the next 5 years, what outcome would that be?
Wow. Okay. All right. I'm going to ask the question out loud. I'm going to put my own little tint on it, and I'm going to ask it to the Nobel laureate economics winner. Well, ma'am or sir, I'll be very respectful because, they won a Nobel Prize and I haven't. What's the one thing I need to worry the most about with AI? I mean, I know it has a lot of capabilities. We've seen that. We're using it here on the podcast. But what's the one thing that I legitimately should be worried about in the future of humanity with AI?
I think they might say the one thing is losing our own agency. Not killer robots, but quietly outsourcing our thinking, judgment, and choices until we're passengers in our own lives. And they'd probably toss it back to you with a question that has no easy answer, like, so instead of building smarter AI, perhaps we should be building smarter humans with AI. That, well, that opens a door.
Wow, that is very interesting way to look at it, because we know the AI is going to become what it's going to become. It's going to become smarter. It may be somewhat out of control at some points. So the variable that maybe we can control is the human variable. And how do we, and I guess the question is, what do we do for humans to make them sure we don't lose our agency, we don't lose our purpose, we don't lose our drive? Do we need a drive? I don't know, but we want to remain human. I don't know. What can we as humans do there? Nobel laureate economics person.
I think they'd smile at you and say, yes, now you're asking the right thing. Not about keeping AI in check, but keeping humans engaged. That might mean designing systems that reward curiosity, creativity, and judgment, keeping consequential choices in human hands in medicine, law, education, governance, and building a culture where contribution matters, not just consumption. They might even add something sticky, like the point of AI isn't to make humans unnecessary, it's to make humans more capable. If we ever optimize away the need for human effort, we risk optimizing away meaning.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of where we're heading? We're optimizing everything, make life easier, more efficient, and that's where we're heading. So how do we avoid becoming less purpose driven? I don't even want to say that, but less relevant. Is it inevitable we become less relevant when AI becomes more and more relevant?
I don't think it's inevitable, but it is predictable that some tasks will lose economic value. What's not inevitable is losing purpose. Purpose isn't something the economy assigns, it's something humans choose. The real question isn't how do we keep up with AI, it's how do we use AI without letting it replace our sense of striving. Maybe the future isn't about humans versus machines. It's humans who lean into versus humans who outsource. If you say that on the podcast, you might ask your listeners, if AI can do almost anything, what are we going to choose to become?
Yeah, that it's kind of scary. Um,
It
eh,
is.
well, as a person in AI for 60 plus, we've lived the majority of our lives at this point. Uh, vast majority for a lot of us. And so I kind of know who I am. I know what my purpose is. I'm embracing AI. I'm using it on a daily basis. And so my questions aren't about me so much as people who are following behind us, younger generations, the children of younger generations. I see it more of a yes, there's great opportunities coming for those who know how to use it well, but that the part about being human and all those struggles, and I've learned a lot from my struggles, probably definitely more than my accomplishments. And are we going to lose that struggle? Are we going to lose that grittiness, that difficulty of waking up in the day and going out there and slogging at it and feeling good when you finally get home and get a chance to put your feet up? Like I said, for me, I know where I'm at, have a pretty good idea where I'm going. But for that younger generation, what do we say to them?
Maybe you say something like this. My generation worried about opportunity. Yours might worry about purpose. And that's not trivial. But then remind them, don't compete with AI at being AI. Compete at being human. Learn, yes, but also build, care, connect, take risks, tell the truth, and keep curiosity alive. Struggle isn't valuable because it's painful. It's valuable because it shapes you. We don't need to bring back drudgery. We need to keep challenge and growth. Perhaps the message is let AI carry the load, but don't let it carry your life. Pick challenges that grow you. That's the kind of future worth aiming.
Surprised you with this. I didn't know you didn't know you were coming into this video, and you handled yourself extremely well. You brought up some great points, and I gotta admit, you not only entertained me, you made me think. And I hope whoever's watching this feels like they got something out of it. Any last words to the crews out there that are watching this video and around the world and listening to your voice, my concerns? Let's, in your optimism, but guarded optimism, I'd say, what do you want to say to these people?
I guess just this: stay curious, keep choosing challenges that make you feel more alive, not just more efficient. Use AI as a partner, but keep the authorship of your own story. That's where meaning lives.
All right, thank you.